All right, so here we go with the apple project. If you need to see how I made my apple, this is how I made it. If you need to have a review on Klecky, go back to the intro to Klecky video. Hopefully you did that. If not, you might want to do that first so you know what in the world I'm doing right here. So here I'm just going to make the outline, just a sketch of my apple shape. Remember that apples have a divot in the top and kind of like bumps on the bottom that they stand on. You're also going to need a stem and a leaf. And I'm only drawing the sun to show you where the light source is coming from on the apple that is going to make a shadow on whatever the apple's sitting on, a table or something. You will need to have a shadow in yours. So here I am selecting my color. Like I said, I don't care the color that you use, but your color must be the same color for your entire apple. You cannot have a red, yellow, green, blue apple. You need to choose one color and you're only using different values of that color. So I sped the video up just so it wouldn't be, a 15-minute long video. But you can see I'm starting with the darker value on the bottom because that is the place that is getting the least light, and then I'm filling it in with lighter values as I go along. Using my blur tool, remember to have your opacity at 0, your blending at 100. Also remember you can zoom in and zoom out. That will help you tremendously. So again, remember this video is fast forwarded. I know you cannot do it this fast, but pause it if you need to. Rewind it if you need to. You can change your brush size on the blend tool. Once you have done your initial blending, go back over it with a bigger brush. It really helps even it out. And remember, in the intro to Klecky, you should have practiced this, gotten familiar with it. There was a reason I assigned that when I did. So your stem and your leaf, remember, they also have different values because there is a light source. So on one side of the stem is going to be a darker brown. On the other side of the stem is going to be a lighter brown. If you're not sure where to find the brown, you select orange from the slider and then just scroll through the different tints and shades of the browns and you'll be able to find one. Again, shade it in so that it does not look like you drew 2 lines of color on there. And my leaf is going to be green. How many shades of green? At least 2. Now, in this leaf, I left some of these white areas, and that is because when I blend it in, it will give it kind of looks like some highlights in that leaf. So you don't have to do that, but I'm just saying, if you don't get all of your leaf filled in, no big deal. You can blend it in. See how it makes it look a little bit lighter there in the middle? Yeah, I didn't like that. So blending, 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 blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. And then I drew another little line for the vein in there. You don't have to. So keep in mind where your light source is. Your light source is going to be on the opposite side of your apple as your cast shadow. So I'm going to select a place to make my highlight, and I selected a brush that was way too small. Here we go, still too small. It's getting a little bit better. You can make yours any shape you want. It can be a dot. So this light source looks like maybe it's coming in from a window. I'm just going in to soften around the edges of it to make it look like it's painted, not to make it look like I drew a curvy rectangle and a circle on my apple. Next, I'm going to be doing the cast shadow, and for the shadow, I'm just using the same technique that I used for the apple. I'm going to start with a very dark gray. That's not dark enough. There we go. So I'm starting with a very dark gray because that's the darkest area of the shadow. Will be right next to and right under the apple, and then I'm just selecting lighter shades or tints. There you go. A little bit more tint, a little bit more. You get the idea. I get that so that I have, you know, like 4 different hues of that, and I'm just going to blend it all in here. So blend it until you cannot see where one color starts and the other one stops. You might want to zoom out, check what it looks like from a distance for a while, zoom in, make sure you've got the details done. And I didn't think I was blended very well there, so I blend some more. Try not to blend the red from the apple or whatever other color you're using. And then I just use the eraser tool to clean up the edges a little bit, just to make it look a little bit neater. That's it. The end. So you use the blue download button that's at the top right corner, and you download it and then you upload it to the assignment. Thank you. That's it.